Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. My name is Krystal and I am super excited that you're here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can see all of my future crafty videos, and any of the products or links that I mentioned in this video I will go ahead and put in that description box down below. So today I am working on Project Life Week 13. If you guys have been following me for a period of time, you'll know that I am also about to start working in the gratitude story kit for Story Kit Crush. Well, I am somebody who likes to pre-plan all of my things out. So I already have all of my ideas ready to go and create using the gratitude kit. So what I decided to do for this week is to take all of the remaining pieces that I don't have a plan to use, and to use them in this week's Project Life spread. So today I am going to be making this week using the gratitude kit. The gratitude kit is no longer available. I believe the stamp set can still be purchased digitally, but just so you know, the actual kit itself is no longer available. Prior to getting onto the craft table today, I did go ahead and type up my journaling on these 4 journaling cards. I will put a link up at the eye for you guys in case you're interested to see how I do this. Other than that, I've got my other filler cards and all of my pictures. This week will be a little bit different than most because I typically put a lot of 3x4 pictures on my spread, and this week almost all of them are 4x6, so that's a little bit different. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything I need to tell you here at the beginning. So let's go ahead and put you guys on fast forward. I will voice over the top of this to explain what I am doing here, and then we'll slow down at the end to close you guys out. All right, let's do this. So let's get started by working on the left side of this spread. So over here, I have all 4 of the 3x4 spots are journaling cards or filler cards. And then I actually used a portion of that thankful stripe card in a different project. So that one I printed off from the digital set that I have. What I'm going to do is start by picking out some stamps from the gratitude stamp set to put onto these photos. I decide for the photo up at the top with Aaron and Jonah playing on the slide to use a stamp that says "Be obsessively grateful." For the picture of the 2 kids looking into the toy house, that one I'm going to do a repeat stamping on the bottom. And then I also picked the "Every day may not be good, but there's good in every day" stamp to put on the picture of Jonah reading a book. So here's where you're going to see me do the repeat stamping at the bottom of the photo. I chose to use just black ink for all of the stamping I'm going to be doing, just to keep things quick and easy and to not have to make a ton of decisions. My favorite black ink to use is the Scrapbook.com premium dye ink. It is just a wonderful, wonderful black ink and goes on really nicely to photo paper or cardstock or really any medium. So that's what I'm using there. And then I do have a variety of stamp blocks, which is something I definitely recommend if you are going to look into stamping or using stamps on more of your projects. My favorites are the little circle one. That one is also from scrapbook.com. And then I have a couple of small square ones or rectangles as well. I really like having a variety because I feel like I get the best stamp impression when I'm using a block that is either the same size or just slightly bigger than the stamp that I'm using. Also, another fun tool, and by fun I mean awesome tool, is that Stamper's Secret Weapon pad that I'm using. It's the black Sizzix pad, and it's basically like a really thick foam type pad that is specifically used for stamping, and it just helps to get a really nice impression when you are stamping. So sometimes I forget to pull this out, but today, because I knew I was going to do a lot of stamping, I did make sure to grab that out. And then I also get a lot of questions about the cloth that I'm wiping off my stamps on. That is called a stamp chamois, and it is from Lawn Fawn. And it's just kind of like a porous cloth that absorbs water, but you can like wring it out and it just stays damp for a really long time. I've had that same one for probably, like maybe 6 to 8 months. So it looks really dirty and gross, but let me tell you, it makes cleaning stamps really fast and really simple. So now I am working on my title card. And I chose to put my week and week number and date stamping on this 3x4 card. I just thought that it gave me a good base for where to put the numbers and the letters, and I don't know, it spoke to me as though it needed to be the title card, so that's what it's going to be. So I pulled some red puffy alphabet stickers. Those are from Feed Your Craft. I pulled those to spell out the word week. I liked them because when I pull over the cards later, you'll see that I actually have that same color red a couple other times in this spread. So I just thought that it pulled in that color nicely. And then I have these, I don't know, I guess they're just like regular old sticker numbers from like an old set in my stash. And I really struggled with it because if you can kind of see that the 1 is bigger than the 3, and that drove me nuts. So I ended up trimming off a portion, like it had the T part at the bottom. So I trimmed that part off, and then I ended up taking it back off and trimming a tiny bit more off the bottom so that the 1 and the 3 would be closer to the same size. And I like it a lot better that way. I don't know why the 1 is bigger. That seems really silly, but oh well, in a stamp set where everything is supposed to be very uniform, right? It's not meant to be bigger or smaller. So then I'm going to date stamp the bottom of this card, and that is going to be it for this. So there is my title card. Now, something else that I will decide to do is to take that stripe card because I just felt like it was missing something, like everything else has something on it, and that one just seemed really plain. So what I decided to do was take 3 of these stamps 3 of the stamps off of the set that each have like a sentiment. One says so much gratitude, one says heart full of gratitude, and one says focus on the good. And what I'm going to do is stamp those sentiments inside of the colorful lines. I'm basically going to put all 3 of them in each of those lines. I think one of them I spaced wrong, so I couldn't fit anything in there. And later I'm going to see if I can fit something like in that line, in between the 2 stamps. It's the lighter pink line. And ultimately I end up just leaving it and, calling it good. Another thing that I'm going to do with this card is take that little chipboard piece that says gratitude. It's like a tab shape, and just put it right at the top of the thankful for this moment little section on the card. And then that card will be done. So now I'm going to pull these over, and I originally thought, well, I'll go ahead and embellish these now, but then I decided to just put these ones up and grab out the right side of the spread to do the stamping and kind of the same stuff that I just did on the left side onto the right. And then I'll pull over everything and embellish it all at once. That way I can make sure everything looks pretty balanced. So same deal. I am going to add some stamps on here. The photo at the top that's got all of the watercolor pages on it, I will put the stamp that just says gratitude. It's like a bigger gratitude. The picture of Aaron and Dibs, our cat, I will stamp the sentiment stories of gratitude right above Mr. Dibs's head. And then I also pulled over the circle. It says love this in the middle, and then it says focus on the good around the middle section. I'm going to put that onto that gratitude list journaling card. And then the last 4x6 picture, which is, you'll see it later. It's like a picture of our backyard, basically. I put the digital stamp that says social distancing on it. It's a little bit hard to see on there, but that's okay. And that, I don't have like a physical stamp of it. That was a download that was offered by Allie Edwards for this COVID-19 season. And I put that stamp on to the picture before I printed it off. So then once I get all these things stamped on here, all of the 4x6 pictures will then have a stamp sentiment on them. So now I've got the entire spread here in front of me, and I'm going to pull over the rest of my chipboard pieces as well as the rest of my cardstock heart stickers. And my goal was to get them all used on this spread, and ultimately I am able to accomplish that. I will also pull out some tiny word stickers just out of my stash and add those to the different pictures. I believe that every single picture gets a tiny word sticker or tiny word phrase. So that is what I'm going to do here. So while I am embellishing, let me tell you guys about this week. So this was my second full week staying home. So I think as of today, I'm on day 17 or 18. It's been a lot of days at home. So a lot of these pictures were just taken either outside or, just randomly inside of the kids playing. The picture in the bottom left corner is Jonah sitting in a chair in our living room reading a book to himself. And I actually have a video from this because he just babbled. He would turn the page and then babble and then turn the page and babble, which must be, what it sounds like when we read to him. But he loves books. So I was really glad I got that little picture of him. He's so cute. And then the one right next to that is just the kids playing with each other. A lot of times they get annoyed and they fight with each other. So it's really nice when they're both in a good mood and they enjoy each other's company, which is what they were doing there. I also have a picture of Aaron playing with Jonah on the playset. One super big perk to having him home with us during the week is that he takes his lunch breaks with us. So he'll actually break for lunch part way through our outside playtime. So then he'll come and join us outside for playing, and then we'll go in and eat lunch, and he'll go back to work, and then I'll, take care of the kids and get them down for naps and quiet time. So then the picture of all the watercolors, watercolor backgrounds, that was just a day when I, sat in my dining room and just watercolored a bunch of pages and had a blast. Was totally inspired by Natalie. I'll link her down below, her Instagram account, because she is doing some really awesome things and is totally worth following on Instagram. The picture of Aaron and Dibs, I just walked upstairs one day and they were laying down in bed cuddling each other. So of course I had to do a picture there. And then I've got the picture of the kids on their bikes, which is super fun and something that we can do now that it's starting to get warmer out. And the last picture is of Aaron on our back porch talking to our neighbor whose backyard butts up to ours on his back porch. So that specific neighbor is where Izzy's friend lives. So normally we play together in our backyards, and now with this social distancing thing, we have to keep our distance. So it means conversations from deck to deck, and it's interesting. So that's why the social distancing digital stamp was just perfect for that page. So I think I'm going to stick that last sticker on there, and then we are going to go ahead and slow you guys back down and close you out. Okay, you guys, so that completes this week of Project Life, and I super love how this came together. I love the bright colors and the pictures and the journaling for things that we are thankful for. It is such a nice reprieve from all the things that are negative out in the world right now. If there is any advice that I can give you based on this week's of Project Life, it is to just sit down for a minute and think about the things that you are grateful for this week. In fact, let me know in the comments down below something that you are grateful for today. I think it's like an awesome practice to think about gratitude, especially in times of stress. All right, so that is going to do it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up down below. Lets me know to make more videos that are Project Life for you guys. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you back here tomorrow for Story Kit Crush. And yep, until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye now.